Hello and welcome. You're watching Go Southern Alberta. My name's Leanne Evans, and I'm sitting here with the Small Town Pistols. Thank you so much for joining us today. And so, what brings you to Medicine?
We are here with Mr. Dean Brody performing at
Lovely
this lovely,
Esplanade.
lovely venue. And we actually played here years ago. I think it was with Terry Clark to kind of open it up. And we were with our dad because we were in a band called the Wilkinsons for like years and years, yeah, since we were little bubbas. So coming back here, it's like you walk in here like. Just walked inside stage, and I was like, oh, I love this room. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a great show.
All right. So, how has the tour been so far?
It's been great. I mean, really receptive, and I think we've only played one not sold out show. So Dean's ticket sales are going awesome in all of like the markets that we're hitting, and even in the place where it wasn't sold out, the crowd was amazing. Like they were so into it and on their feet and rowdy, and I mean, for performers, that's what you kind of want, to have an audience to feed off of and kind of drive your performance, up to the next level.
And we got asked to come on the tour sort of last minute. So we were still kind of like signing contracts as we were like already playing shows. So we were going to come out with our full band, and they asked us to do it acoustic, which we've grown up kind of playing both. So it's fun for us to be in these venues where we can hear, you can hear a pin drop. You see like immediate response right away. So you kind of have to be on your toes a little bit.
I've run out of excuses. You're the only reason I stay.
So, tell me about the Small Town Pistols and how this project started for you two.
We had toured our greatest hits album with our dad and had a television show on CMT. And after that, like, we had some crazy things happen in our family. Like the latest one was my mom developed breast cancer, and, thankfully she's cancer-free today. But I think it changed a lot for our family, especially my dad, because he was just like, this is kind of a young man's business, and I just want to focus on my songwriting, and I want to focus on producing other acts. But I need to be home more with your mom, and I want to be home more with your mom. So he said, I don't know what you guys want to do, Amanda, if you want to do another solo project, or if Ty, if you want to still do your rock band. But you guys need to figure it out. So we went on hiatus, and at the time I had split up with my boyfriend of like 7 years, so I was going through a bit of a quarter-life crisis, so to speak. So I moved down to Nashville more full-time, and around that time Ty had split up with his girlfriend, so I was like, dude, come down here. I don't
Write
know
some
what's gonna
songs.
happen,
We
but
got a lot of ammo right
this
now.
is a good time for us to be writing music. And so he came down, and we just hung out and drank a lot of beer, and eventually we had this grouping of songs where we were like,
I think we had
whoa.
like 3 or 4 songs we just were kind of sat back and went, hold on, maybe
This is different.
maybe this is something we should actually try and explore, because this is different than anything we've ever done. It really kind of speaks to us on a personal level, and I think that was the kind of
The catalyst.
the catalyst that it was like, okay, we're going to move forward with this. And then we started to actually focus our attentions on writing songs specifically for this.
And we had label
feel we were doing.
interest, but from a bunch of labels, and we ended up signing with 604, was Carly Rae Jepsen and Marianas Trench, and Dallas Smith, who is doing very well in the country world as well, and just incredible people that they allowed us to do whatever we wanted to do.
Oh, well, that's good to hear, that you can move forward as the Small Town Pistols, right? So, tell me about the album that's coming out on February 19th.
It's self-titled.
And we've worked with some awesome people on this record. I mean,
So blessed, yeah.
Our first single was produced by and written with Joey Moy, who's worked with Dallas Smith and Jake Owen and Florida Georgia Line, and just great experience writing and working with him. And then our really good buddy, Dave Kalmusky, we worked on the majority of the record with him, and he's just phenomenal. And we kind of are all like family. So we get each other in the studio, and it's not really hard work when you're in there with somebody you consider like a sibling.
Son of God's wayward daughter, all you children, heroes golden.
So now you're talking about siblings and your brother and sister, right? So how is that working together? You must have some agreements, some disagreements, I'm sure. How is it?
It's evolved over time. I mean, when we were younger and teenagers off, you had like the teenager angst where like my dad was always like, I said, hug it out, guys. I don't want to hear this, but I think we're close enough in age that we kind of like think on the same level. I mean, we have our moments.
We know when to pick our battles. The good thing is that, I mean, if we argue, it's never a personality issue. It always has something to do with the music and how we see it in our own mind, or like how we see a song happening, or how we see production happening, and it's always one of us kind of standing up and saying, no, this is how I feel.
But sometimes that fodder is good because at the end of the day, it's like we're not settling.
No.
We're pushing each other, and even though we might be like, dude, I don't get that. Like, explain to me why you think that's how we need to do it. We lay everything out, and the final result ends up being the best we possibly can make.
There's
it.
never really any hard feelings. I mean, when we have like a knockdown, drag out over something.
I think after all these years, we probably wouldn't have survived. Not only as a family, but doing this together if we didn't kind of learn how to have a really like symbiotic relationship. So, I mean, we're buds.
Yeah, we hang out. High five.
It's good to see some love there. So you've been in this music industry for a very long time, since you were little. So, and you've gone through so much. What's it been like? You've won so many awards as well.
You can't take anything for granted. I mean, it's
No.
nice to know that we have those accolades. Like, our friends will come in, they're like, they'll see like our Junos or CCMAs, and they start freaking out. And it's nice. It's a nice pat on the back. But I think for us, it's just that always has been the ammunition to like, don't settle.
Yeah.
Just because you got that doesn't mean that like you're the best of the best. There's always somebody better than you.
It's kind of like if you get an award or a nomination, that's just your peers saying, we think you're great. We like what you're doing. Just because they said that once doesn't mean
They're not always gonna
they're
say
always
that.
going to say that. So you
Yeah.
still got to work, and you still have to strive for being the best artist you can, writing the best songs you can, and never settling on anything just
But I
because you
think-
think you have that past record.
When all you did is red lights, I can be the one to change your luck and you free ride. Just a little bit less to lift you up, and I'll be the blue in your sky, just to show you the world's not black and white. Love's not colorblind.
All right. So what can we see from you in the future?
We have a bunch of summer gigs that are coming up. A lot of the festivals. I'm trying to think of which ones we can actually talk about right now.
I
know
go
one
to
of
our
them is
Facebook
cr-
and
yeah.
they'll be listed.
Yeah, on our Facebook and on our Twitter, we're like freaks about updating our social media. But I know we have a bunch that are
A
out
bunch of
this
them.
way.
And our album comes out on the 19th of February, which is exciting for us.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking, a little exciting, but we're definitely looking forward to it.
I'm sure it's a big adventure for you guys. So how can we find out more information about you?
Yeah, like I said, you can check out our Facebook, which is just / Small Town Pistols. And then our Twitter handle is SM Town Pistols. And we are on there a whole bunch. We
Yes.
upload videos and all kinds of just normal goofy stuff that we do every day anyways. So it's a lot of fun for us to be able to I mean, we didn't have that before. It's so crazy. The world's changed.
It's a great way that you can connect with your audience and your
And it's
fans,
immediate,
and
right?
they can shout out to you, and
And we're working
most
on a
times you shout
website.
right back.
We're working on a new website right now, and so yeah, people can come say hey and find out what's going on.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.